Welcome everyone to this Ascension 101 video with me, Louise Altar. And today I have been guided to talk about the word ascension and what it's actually about, which is raising your vibration. So I've named this episode Raise Your Vibration. So it's about lighting up, shining brightly, connecting with your higher self and becoming the best version of yourself that you can be. And I'm also going to introduce the Archangel in charge of the Ascension process for the entire planet, which is Archangel Metatron. He's my main guide and the one who set the name for this whole video series, Ascension 101 as well. And today, Archangel Metatron, yes, Archangel Michael's with us too. I'm going to mention him a bit later. But Archangel Metatron has guided me to write a decree for those of you who feel ready to step fully onto your ascension pathway. And I'll explain more and guide you through this decree at the end of the video. Now, this video series I'm doing for the spiritual newbies. I'll talk about a specific topic at a beginner's level in each video. And with beginner's level, I mean that I will explain everything so that it's easy to understand, even if you're an Ascension newbie, a beginner in this lifetime who still doesn't know a lot about this vocabulary, all the spiritual world that you're waking up to. And having said that, I do believe that it's also the videos can be very interesting for those of you who have been on this path for a bit longer as well. It's interesting to go back to the core, look into all of this really at the core level, and it may help you explain it to others around you who are also newly awakened, as there are many, many souls waking up spiritually at this time. After my first teaching video in this series that I did on my own, after the 6 initial episodes where I have had Ascension Specialist Tim Wilde with me as my guest, I was talking about and working with the heart and letting your heart lead the way. And then I was wondering, so which is going to be my next subject? And then I picked a card that I'm going to show you now. Here it is. Raise your vibration. Raise your vibration. And that's what Ascension is all about. And this card is from the brand new deck by Kyle Gray. I'll show it to you, the Angel Guide Oracle. So raise your vibration. Light up, rise up, like the phoenix out of the ashes. Is this the pathway of light, the pathway of your soul's evolution, ascension? And the higher your frequency becomes, the higher, the more and the stronger you're able to connect in with your own soul, your higher self, and its wisdom and light, and as well as the angelic kingdom, all the beings of the light. So the more you will also be anchoring in these new higher frequencies here on earth for everyone's benefit. So I'll start talking about Ascension, then I'll introduce Archangel Metatron a little more, and at the end we're going to be doing this decree together. So Ascension then. First of all, with Ascension, I don't mean leaving your physical body and ascending to heaven like Jesus Christ. That's what we have read in the Bible, you know. I wondered about that when I first woke up, because at first I didn't know this word. I'm from Sweden, so it's not my native language, English. And then when I did look up the word, I felt a little bit worried. It's like, am I going to have to leave my family, my kids behind, or what is all this? What does this ascension actually mean in this sense that we're talking about it? Because I've started working with Diana Cooper's and Tim Wilde's meditations from their book, The Archangel Guide to Ascension, 55 Steps to the Light. And I loved working with these meditations and visualizations, and how raising my light made me feel so much lighter, more balanced, connected with the angelic realms and with my own higher self and so on. But we're not talking about ascension in the biblical way. That we're talking about it as ascending and staying in our physical bodies, something we call walking mastery. It's walking our talk, keeping our frequency high, staying in the vibration of love, being the light workers in action that we came here to be. So it's about raising your vibration, your light quotient, that's what we can also call it. And it actually consists of two parts. It's releasing lower frequencies and vibrations so that you'll have more room to then also take in new higher ones. And with lower frequencies, I mentioned this in my first video, where we work with the heart also. Lower frequencies feel darker, like lower feelings and emotions. They feel heavy. They pull you down, like fear, envy, anger, sadness, worry, guilt. Whereas higher frequencies are the lighter energies, higher feelings and emotions. They feel light and bright. They lift you up, like joy, curiosity, excitement, compassion, love. And letting go of the lower vibrations, then it includes working on yourself to release old karma from this and previous lifetimes, going into situations that once occurred but that were never resolved at the time, healing, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, to be able to let go. So the way that it works is that the universe will keep presenting you with opportunities to do this, to pass the test, actually. And it's, you know, it can feel tough. It does, but you can do it. And it's very rewarding. So when you're presented with a test like that, don't see it as, you know, what is, this is all negative. It's not. It is something that when you work through it, it's gonna raise you higher. So it's a gift, actually. And it includes working with your own insecurities, mistakes that you made that you haven't been able to let go of. And when you can't let go, they keep lowering your energy. You keep them within your energy fields. So it's working with your shadow self. And it's important. It's an important part of the ascension process as well. And the divine will keep presenting you with new similar situations until you're able to learn the lesson, react differently and more from the heart, from love, and move on to the next level. So let's look into the word vibration a bit more now, and what I mean by saying raise your vibration. We're all made of light, energy vibrating at different frequencies. Light and sacred geometry and sound together form physical matter. It might be difficult to understand the concept fully, but we also don't have to understand everything rationally or right away either. You can also feel into it with your heart. Like, does it, you know, you can feel something without fully understanding it, that it's true. There's only a small spectrum of the light that we can see with our human eyes. We know this, and we know that there's more. We know that there are animals who see light of different frequencies than what we can do. Like bees and other insects, they can see ultraviolet light as well. So they see more colors than we do. Many birds can also see ultraviolet light. As well as they can also see the magnetic field of Earth, you know, electromagnetic radiation, also light and vibrating. And we also have, you know, we have the ultraviolet, we have the infrared. And when we work with raising our own vibration, our own light, we also attract more of the same back to us. because everything that we send out, we also attract back to us. The more light you send out, the more you will receive, because like attracts like. So the stronger your light is, the higher your vibration, the more you will attract of the same in your life. And the easier it will be to connect in with your higher self, with the angelic realms and the divine. I wanted to talk a little bit about positive thoughts and positive affirmations today, and the creative power of your thoughts and your words. Something that will really help you raise your vibration is positive thoughts, positive affirmations, staying positive. I know it can be hard, but your thoughts are very powerful, and so are your words. And here we have Archangel Michael again with speaking. He's connected to the throat chakra. He came in right at the beginning. Now he's coming back in again. So he's in charge of the throat chakra, Archangel Michael. And there's something called spiritual discipline. If you haven't heard this term, you will hear it. It doesn't have to be anything complicated, though. So with everything here in this series, Ascension 101, I'm going to the core, make it as easy as possible. You can start without knowing all that much, and you learn along the way. So at first, spiritual discipline can be actually just watching your thoughts and your words, finding and choosing joy, love, forgiveness whenever you can. Don't underestimate the simple joys. Laughing at something silly with a friend. As long as you're laughing with someone and not at someone, you know. So looking for and allowing yourself joy. Joy has a really high and sparkly vibration. So as a matter of fact, spiritual discipline doesn't have to be all that hard or difficult to achieve. You know, start at the core, go to the core, keep it simple. Of course, we should try to be positive and loving towards others. You know, letting go of judgment, speaking negatively to or about someone else. We know this, but most of us have a tendency to put ourselves down first. Like first of all, we criticize ourselves. And often when we notice something in someone else, it's because it's something we recognize about ourselves that we don't like. We're not enough. That's what we feel. It can be with anything. And this is where we start working with self-love, self-acceptance. Like the simple act of looking at yourself in the mirror, looking yourself in the eye, and say, I love you. You deserve joy, love, happiness, success. You deserve the best. And you can add your own positive affirmations about yourself, like you can do this, you got this, you rock, you're awesome. Of course, if you don't look in the mirror and you say it to yourself in your head, you say, I can do this, I can fly, I am love. So even if at first it feels awkward, usually it does when you look yourself in the eye like that, you don't even have to really believe it. Stick with it, because your words are so powerful. By saying this, sticking with it, you show your intention to the universe, to yourself. Your intention is really important. It's the first step of manifestation, of creation. And believe you me, little by little, if you keep repeating those positive affirmations, you'll start believing in your own words. Doesn't take that long. Your thoughts, your own words, they create your reality. This is a big one to accept and take in. So let's say it again. My thoughts and my words create my reality. I create my own reality. Always remember, though, that we are human. We live in a world of duality. We all have both light and dark within us. So we will make mistakes here. We will fail sometimes, but the important thing is that when we do and we realize our mistake, we catch ourselves, we try to correct it in the best way that we can, and then we move back into love again. Because beating yourself up indefinitely, not forgiving yourself, not letting go of this, it will only keep you in a lower vibration. So recognize your mistake, do what you can to correct it, ask for forgiveness if you need to, then forgive yourself as well. Let it go. Release it and move on. And now the time has come for me to introduce Archangel Metatron. He's an archangel whose name is not that well known as, for example, Michael or Raphael. Nevertheless, he's key to the ascension process here on Earth. He has a very active role in helping to lead it, and he's right there at the front lines. Archangel Metatron has, even though angels aren't actually like us, masculine or feminine, he has a more masculine energy. He's a creative force, a doer. He can help you move forward with thrust, with energy, with determination. And as I mentioned already, he's my main guide, so I know him well. He's working through me. We're working together. He's quite demanding, definitely not soft, but he's an amazing force to have by your side on the ascension pathway. He will challenge you, but only because he sees your highest potential. So he's really a teacher's energy, a father's energy, always seeing the best in you, wanting you to be the very best that you can. And whereas your guardian angel is in charge of you personally, we all have a guardian angel. The archangels are in charge of much larger areas. So if we take Archangel Michael again, he's in charge of the throat chakra in all of us. And chakras are energy centers. So we can all call on him for protection, because he is also very protective energy. His color is blue, deep blue color. And we can call on him for protection, for help with speaking up, using our voice, speaking our truth. And his energy is so huge that he can easily assist thousands and thousands of souls simultaneously all at once. So we have already connected in with him. Let's call on him again together to keep us fully protected. Dear Archangel Michael, while we work with the decree in a little bit. Dearest Archangel Michael, wrap your deep blue mantle of light around us and keep us safe. So going back to Metatron again. Now, Amanda Ellis is a color intuitive, unity teacher, an amazing medium. She also has Archangel Metatron as her main guide. I will be interviewing her in this series next year, beginning of next year probably. But keep an eye out for that. We'll be talking about Metatron. We'll be talking about colors, the colors. She has described Archangel Metatron as the CEO of all the angels and archangels on Earth, so like the boss. He often presents himself and his energy in a golden orange color, like a sunrise. And he's working through the great central sun, Helios. And this is the main spiritual core of our entire universe, the entrance point of source light, God's light energy into our universe. So in the sunlight, our sun, in the white light, we have the whole color spectrum. So this morning we had a frosty morning here. It's the end of November 2020. And here in Uppsala, where I live, I was out running in the morning jogging, and it was so frosty, so beautiful with the sunlight hitting all the ice crystals in the frost. And it always strikes me then that from this white light in the ice crystal, you can see all the colors of the rainbow. You know, when they break into all the different colors. So within the white light, you have the whole color spectrum, all the colors of the rainbow, and Metatron holds them all. And Metatron is in charge of one of the chakras as well, and it's the stellar gateway chakra. So the energy center, if you want to know where it's at, I don't think you can even see my fingertips now, but if you hold your arms up, it's where your fingertips are. Your arms up straight. And it's the entrance and connection point of the cosmic light, the light of heaven, God, if you will, into our bodies and fields, and also the connection point to your own soul energy, your highest light, our highest light. And if you feel ready to start working actively with raising your light, raising your vibration, be the best that you can be, step onto your ascension pathway. I have written a decree that you can use as a tool to help you make this shift. And if you're not sure when you listen to this, you can start, if you're going to dedicate yourself to this, you can still listen without actually stating the decree with me. So don't worry, you can check it out first before you decide. We're actually really creatures of habit, aren't we? And habits are hard to break. So it may be a bit difficult when you're just waking up spiritually to really actively work with your own light every day, because that's what you want to be doing. This is not something you do every now and then when you have some time left over. It's something that will need to become a part of your everyday life, of who you are and what you are, what you do. So it's spiritual discipline again, right? You are an awakened soul, taking step by step on your pathway towards the light, towards love, towards ascension. And a decree is a very powerful statement of intention, where you, as a sovereign being, use your free will to make, it's like a mission statement. This is my North Star, this is my motto. I intend to step onto my ascension pathway and raise my vibration. And you can repeat the decree every day if you like. I even encourage you to do that, to really start breaking the old habit. And every time you do it, you reinforce your decision to commit to this. So I took a little break. We were talking about the decree, and that every time you do it, you reinforce your decision to commit to it. So if you like it, weave it into your daily schedule. You can start or end your day with it if you like. And after a while, maybe you learn it by heart because it's fairly short. And it doesn't matter if it's not phrased exactly as I do here. Your intention is what matters. And you can also change, some phrasing if you feel that it fits you better. Follow your heart, your own guidance. But let's move into a meditative state now to work with the decree, and close your eyes and focus on your breath. And I will say also, I will show the decree once we get to the decree on screen as well. But let's move into a meditative state by closing our eyes, focusing on our breathing. Breathe deeply and slowly in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And first of all, let's ground ourselves deeply. Staying grounded is very important when we work with raising our light and connecting with divine energy, so that we stay connected with the earth, our existence here, so that any excess energy that we take in goes into the earth and raises the light of the planet and the collective too. And this way we know also that we'll never take too much energy on as it passes into the earth when we're filled up. So that's grounding deeply. Feel roots of light grounding you in, connecting you deeply in with the earth now. Your roots going deep. Feel the stability, the support of the earth beneath you, holding you stable and safe at all times. A tree needs to be rooted as deep into the earth as its crown reaches into the sky. So allow your roots of light to reach deep, deep into the earth until they connect all the way into the core of the earth. And now we call on the presence of the mighty Archangel Metatron to also help us connect in fully with the great central sun and with our own higher self. Feel his presence and allow him to connect you in fully with the light and love of Helios, the great central sun. Feel this light entering you from above and filling you up completely. Breathe it into every single cell of your being. Feel the warm, golden orange glow that signifies Archangel Metatron. And let it dissolve any darker energies within your bodies and fields, within your physical body, your mental body, your thoughts, your emotional body, your feelings and emotions, and your aura, your spiritual fields outside of you. The higher vibration of love overrides and transmutes any lower energy. It's also very protective, as no lower energy can enter into this light. So allow this to take place under grace. Just relax and feel yourself become brighter and brighter with this light. The golden orange ascension light of Archangel Metatron is preparing you for ascension, raising your vibration. So this is the light of Archangel Metatron touching you to your very core. And now you're ready to state your intention to the universe, to make a conscious choice and statement that from now on, you will dedicate yourself to raising your light, becoming the best you can be. Choose love, choose light. Choose to rise above the challenges in your life. To not let them pull you down, but be the stepping stone that they're intended to be. Opportunities for growth. The mighty Archangel Metatron in his golden orange light, like a glorious sunrise, will be your angelic companion. Call on him and he will walk the path towards the light with you, step by step. Now we're ready for the decrees. I'm going to show it on the screen as well. Here it is. You can close your eyes and just listen to me, or you can follow and read along as well. So we'll read this 3 times and you put your own name in at the beginning. I state your full name. In the name of the light, now step fully onto my ascension pathway. I dedicate my heart and soul to becoming the best that I can be by raising my vibration and my light to the very best of my abilities. I now call on my highest self, my guides and angels of the light, to always assist and guide me on my way from this moment onwards, for the highest good of my own soul, for the highest good of all that is, and with my heart as my guide, I now step onto my pathway back into the light. I am ready. I am love. I am light. I, state your full name, in the name of the light, now step fully onto my ascension pathway. I dedicate my heart and soul to becoming the best that I can be by raising my vibration and my light to the very best of my abilities. I now call on my highest self, my guides and angels of the light, to always assist and guide me on my way from this moment onwards, for the highest good of my own soul, for the highest good of all that is, and with my heart as my guide, I now step onto my pathway back into the light. I am ready. I am love. I am light. I, state your full name, in the name of the light, now step fully onto my ascension pathway. I dedicate my heart and soul to becoming the best that I can be by raising my vibration and my light to the very best of my abilities. I now call on my highest self, my guides and angels of the light, to always assist and guide me on my way from this moment onwards, for the highest good of my own soul, for the highest good of all that is, and with my heart as my guide, I now step onto my pathway back into the light. I am ready. I am love. I am light. As within, so without. As above, so below. It is so. And this is a truly very powerful statement. And my intention is for it to be a tool, excuse me, that you can use to focus on your ascension journey, focus your own intention through your thoughts and these words that you speak to yourself. You can speak them out loud. That's very powerful. You can also do it in your head, of course. If you have people around you when you do this, but you speak it to yourself and to the universe. And it can be something to hold on to. First stepping stone maybe. So good luck with using this. And before I say goodbye for today, I want to share with you my new and exciting project that I've started developing together with Archangel Metatron during the last week only, and that he will be overlighting. If you're new on your ascension journey, I know myself from experience, since I woke up myself only 3.5 years ago, and I recently lived through this process. You might really long for someone to guide you and explain things on a beginner's level, like I'm doing in this video series, but quite probably you might also really long for others to share your journey with, for community. You often feel quite alone at first. And I'm going to start offering Ascension 101 mentorship groups online via Facebook groups, where you'll be working in a smaller group, in a closed group, in a secret group, Facebook group. And with me as your guide. It's going to be a safe environment with like-minded people that you can connect with in the group. And we'll be working together with subjects such as this one on a 55-day journey. Now, 55 being Archangel Metatron's number that vibrates with his vibration. And I'll introduce and explain different basic spiritual topics and tools for you to work with. There'll be meditation and visualizations, maybe decrees as well. Also Q&A sessions. You can ask questions and I'll answer, and we'll discuss it together via video link. And right now developing the concept, working out the details, but I'm planning on starting with the first group in January 2021. So stay tuned. It's going to be in English, but also a possibility for a group in Swedish, since that's my mother tongue. So if you're interested in joining a group, have a look at my contact details. I'll put them in the description part of this video too. So with that, I say thank you for now, and I'll be back with more videos in this series soon, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Bye.